So the Sixers are 0-3. We need to fire our coach, put Tyrese Maxey to the bench, maybe get rid of James Harden. PJ Tucker has been a bad addition. The bench is terrible. Why are we playing Montrezl Harrell? Joel Embiid sucks and is not looking like the player he once was and may never be again. That's kind of what Twitter's like right now. But none of that has to do with the real issue of this team. The real problem with this team we're going to be talking about in this video. Let's get to it. What's up, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into the number one problem that these Philadelphia 76ers are having, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're not subscribed already, what is you doing, baby? Go ahead and hit that sub button right now. Don't forget to like this video, and of course, comment at the end. I want to hear your thoughts about what I think the issue with this team is. Now, the number one problem I believe that this team has is that they just don't care about games in October. We've been talking all offseason long that this team was built to win a championship. This team will be defined by the playoffs. It doesn't matter what happens. They have to get out of the second round. It doesn't matter if they're the 1 seed or the 8 seed. None of it matters. They just need to get to a conference finals, and beyond that, they need to finally break through and get to the NBA finals. Now, we've been saying that all offseason, and now we're watching the games at the start of the year, and it seems that the team feels the same way. When I'm watching these games, I feel like it's very clear the effort is just not there. The focus is just not there. I thought that they would come into this year, and I thought they would struggle a little bit early on. Not the way they are. I'm not going to act like I saw this coming. But with all the new pieces, I did feel like it was going to take some time for these guys to mesh, for these guys to gel. I mean, in 2011, when LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade got together, even they started the year 9-8, I believe. I didn't look that up. I'm just going off of memory. I'm pretty sure they started their campaign 9-8. So am I completely surprised that the Sixers, who brought in 3 or 4 new pieces to be big contributors and big time minutes, have a big role on this team? Am I surprised that they're not all on the same page? No, I'm not surprised by that. Am I surprised that the offense has looked a little stagnant? No, I'm not surprised by that. But I'm disappointed from a standpoint of I thought the energy was going to be so much higher. I thought coming into this year, knowing that this is a championship or bust season, they would come in with a sense of urgency like, yo, we need to figure this out early. We got to get all these kinks out, yes, but we need to come out here and we need to set the tone for what the season's going to be. And it seems to be the exact opposite. Like, they came out and they're just sleepwalking. PJ Tucker reportedly was in the locker room. Or I shouldn't even say reportedly. Doc Rivers is the one who said it, is coming into the locker room after the game and saying, like, yo, teams aren't going to just give us games. They're not going to just let us come and win. Like, they're not going to just let us win. And it's like a team that's looking to win a championship shouldn't need to be told that. You know, I guess if you're looking at it glass half full, that's why you bring in a PJ Tucker, a guy who's won a championship, who can come in and he could say something like that and it holds more weight. But I would think, you know, a team that has a Joel Embiid, back-to-back runner-up MVP, a team that has a James Harden, who the only thing missing from his resume is an NBA championship, a coach who's been there before, like, you would think that that kind of message, it isn't going to be what's needed to be said only 3 games into the season. The offensive reboundings that they allow is god-awful. The transition points that they're giving up is god-awful. Like, all of these things are just effort, right? It's effort. You have to just have a want to. I'm not going to let you guys just get offensive rebounds. I'm not going to let one guy get a rebound between 3 of our players. I'm not going to let you just beat us down the floor time and time and time again. Even when we force turnovers, we're like walking the ball up. Like, everything just seems like we're chilling. Everything just seems like there's no urgency at all, and that's the problem with this team. That's the issue. Sometimes it's not X's and O's, it's Jimmy's and Joe's. I don't think that there's an issue with let me backtrack. I do think that there's an issue with the offense. I do think that we're way too stagnant, and I do think that our X's and O's and our plays and our execution all need to improve. Do not get me wrong. However, I don't think that's the biggest issue. I think the biggest issue is we're just not playing hard, because you can see in spurts we're able to turn it on. Right? And every single one of these games, just about, we've had a run. Like, look at the run against Milwaukee in the 4th quarter, when we just decided, you know what, we're going to actually defend. We're going to actually rebound the ball. We're going to actually get back in defense. We're actually going to move the ball and push the ball in transition. Same thing against the Spurs, when we finally decided, you know, we're not going to give up any more offensive rebounds. We're not going to give up easy looks. We're actually going to play hard. When we just play hard, we look pretty damn good, but we're not consistently doing it. Now, who does that fall on? Many people, myself included, will say that falls on the coaching staff, but most people just stop there. Most people are just hard hard stop. We need to fire Doc Rivers. He's the issue. I think it also falls on Joel Embiid, who's supposed to be the best player and leader of this team. I think it also falls on James Harden, a guy who is supposed to be also be a leader of this team, who we saw Doc Rivers pull aside in that practice and talk about the importance that he has on this team. He's an older player, a mentor, a guy who's been around the league. This video is already going a little longer than I wanted it to, but again, I think the number one issue with this team, it's not X's and O's, it's the Jimmies and Joes. The players themselves need to go out there. They need to rebound the ball. They need to defend. They got to just play harder. Just play harder. But that's just my opinion. Man, what do you guys think? Sound off in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Of course, like the video. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both are at Sixers Breakroom. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace.